in the due order of their seasons, thus continueth perpetually to revolve in the world without beginning and without end. This wheel which caused the destruction of all things, the generation of Devas, in brief, was 33,333. The sons of Div were Brihadbhanu, Chakshasus, Atmavibhavasu, Savita, Vrishchika, Arka, Bhanu, Asavaha, and Ravi. Of these, Vivaswans of old, Mahya was the youngest, whose son was Devavrata. The later had for his son Suvrata, who we learn had three sons, the Sajjoti, Satajjoti, and Sahasrajoti, each of them producing numerous offspring. The illustrious Dasajjoti had 10,000, Satajjoti had 10 times that number, and Sahasrajoti 10 times the number of Satajjoti's offspring. From these are descended the family of the Kurus, of the Yadus, and of the Bharata, the family of Yayati and of Ikshvaku, also of all the Rajarishis. Numerous also were the generations produced, and very abundant were the creatures and their places of abode. The mystery which is threefold, the Vedas, Yoga, and Vijnana Dharma, Artha and Kama, also various books upon the subject of Dharma, Artha and Kama, also rules for the conduct of mankind, also histories and discourses with various Shrutis, all of which having been seen by the Rishi Vyasa are here in due order mentioned as a specimen of the book. The Rishi Vyasa published this mass of knowledge in both a detailed and an abrogated form. It is the wish of the learned in the world to possess the details and the abridgment. Some read the Bharata, beginning with the initial mantra invocation, others with the story of Astika, others with Uparichara, while some Brahmanas study the whole. Men of learning display their various knowledge of the institutes in commenting on the composition. Some are skillful in explaining it, while others in remembering its contents. The son of Satyavati, having, by penance and meditation, analyzed the eternal Veda, afterwards composed this holy history. When that learned Brahmarishi of strict vows, the noble Dvaipayana Vyasa, offspring of Parasara, had finished this greatest of narrations, he began to consider how he might teach it to his disciples. And the possessor of the six attributes, Brahma, the world's preceptor, knowing of the anxiety of the Rishi Dvaipayana, came in person to the place where the later was, for gratifying the saint and benefiting the people. And when Vyasa, surrounded by all the tribes of Munis, saw him, he was surprised, and standing with joined palms, he bowed and ordered a seat to be brought. And Vyasa, having gone around him, who is called Hiranyagarbha, seated on that distinguished seat, stood near him, and being commanded by Brahma Parameshti, he sat down near the seat, full of affection and smiling in joy. Then the greatly glorious Vyasa, addressing Brahma Parameshti, said, "O divine Brahma, by me a poem hath been composed, which is greatly respected. The mystery of the Veda and what other subjects have been explained by me, the various rituals of the Upanishads with the Angas, the compilation of the Puranas and history, formed by me and named after the three divisions of time: past, present, and future. The determination of the nature of decay, fear, disease, existence, and non existence. A description of creeds and of the various modes of life. Rule for the four castes and the import of all the Puranas. An account of asceticism and of the duties of a religious student. The dimensions of the sun and moon, the planets, constellations, and stars, together with the duration of the 4 ages, the Rik, Sama, and Yajurvedas. Also, the Adhyatma, the sciences called Nyaya, Arthyopi, and treatment of diseases, charity, and Pashupadat Dharma, birth celestial and human, for particular purposes. Also a description of places of pilgrimage and other holy places of rivers, mountains, forests, the ocean, of heavenly cities and the kalpas, the art of war, the different kinds of nations and languages, the nature of the manners of the people, and the all-pervading spirit. All these have been represented. But after all, no writer of this work is to be found on earth. Brahma said, I esteem thee for thy knowledge of divine mysteries, before the whole body of celebrated Munis distinguished for the sanctity of their lives. I know thou hast revealed the divine word, even from its first utterance in the language of truth. Thou hast called thy present work a poem, wherefore it shall be a poem. There shall be no poets whose works may equal the descriptions of this poem, even as the three other modes called ashrama are ever unequal in merit to the domestic ashrama. Let Ganesha be thought of, O Muni, for the purpose of writing the poem. So he said. Brahma, having thus spoken to Vyasa, retired to his own abode. Then Vyasa began to call to mind Ganesha, and Ganesha, obviator of obstacles, ready to fulfill the desires of his votaries, was no sooner thought of than he repaired to the place where Vyasa was created, seated, and when he had been saluted and was seated, Vyasa addressed him thus, O guide of the Ganas, be thou the writer of the Bharata, which I have formed in my imagination, and am which about to repeat. Ganesha, upon hearing this address, thus answered, I will become the writer of thy work, provided my pen do not for a moment cease writing. And Vyasa said on to that divinity, wherever thereby anything thou dost not comprehend, cease to continue writing. Ganesha, having signified his assent by repeating the word Om, proceeded to write, and Vyasa began, and by way of diversion he knit the knots of composition exceeding close, by doing which he dictated this work according to his engagement. I am, continued Sauti, acquainted with 8,800 verses, and so is Sukha and perhaps Sanjaya. From the mysteriousness of their meaning, O Muni, no one is able to this day to penetrate those closely knit, difficult slokas. Even the omniscient Ganesha took a moment to consider, while Vyasa, however, continued to compose other verses in great abundance.